The last time you saw a working dumper was 19 videos ago, back in February when Philippe drove it to Claude's workshop to help with the job alongside the excavator. Little did we know that the dumper would find its second home, temporarily of course, in and around Claude's workshop for quite some time. Since then, Philippe has definitely developed a mechanical mindset, gaining more experience with each repair, from fixing our car to working on the old McCormick tractor. And luckily, Claude was never too far away when advice was needed. With this old English-made machine, we've occasionally had to wait for parts that could only be sourced from the UK, so in the meantime we focused on other things like the spring yard cleanup and setting up our new vegetable garden. But the dumper was never far away from our minds. Progress on the engine has always been a story of trial and error, and while the goal has always been to get it running properly again, the dumper has also had an external makeover. Philippe rebuilt it as close to its original form as possible, and this week it finally starts looking like the real, functional machine it's meant to be. The big question now is, will this be the week the dumper drives back up to our property ready to take on some serious soil shifting again? Or will we be hit by yet another setback that changes our timeline all over again? We know many of you are just as eager as we are to see the real renovation works continue, and when I say eager, I'm seriously downplaying how ready we are to move forward. As always, we're so grateful for our YouTube and Patreon community. We really appreciate your encouragement, and while we may not always manage to respond to every comment, please know that we read them all.
There you go. So I can put the battery in right on the support here, and I can put my blade and my chainsaw here, put a can of fuel hopefully next to it, gloves, whatever. Now I take this big piece of metal, it's really thick. Perfect. I'm quite happy with that, and the supports go in line with the others, so the gradient, so I shouldn't lose too much if I go up. I shouldn't lose too much room. I think it will first hit this or the point where you put your trailer on before it will hit this. This is also a reason why the dumper takes this long, because I had to rebuild a lot of stuff. So if it was just like standard, I wouldn't have lost that much time, because then you just bolt everything back on and be done with it. But I didn't know this dumper was rebuilt. So next time I'm looking for a bulldozer to make the pond, and I'm actually examining photos and learning how the machine looks like before I go buy it, so I don't have the same with this one. And then I want to be able to shut off this battery with this key and be able to remove it if I don't use it for a longer time. This is one of the Vectron ones, but I can use it for this as well. It's high quality. Okay. It sits like this. Then we will paint this, and this can go right in. I'm sorry, it's more like this. Okay. Okay, so now the idea is with these ones that I made, make holes and then clamp them down with this, so then there's not too much pressure on just a small hole. I made two of them up, and afterwards we're gonna place the battery in here, get the cables in here, get the battery shut off, wired, and then we're almost there with the electricity. Perfect.
Last week you saw how our veggie garden was doing in the short update video we released, but what we weren't able to show you yet was the progress made on the paths which we've been covering with mulch. With the sun setting and the temperature dropping to something more pleasant, we continued that job over a few evenings until everything was done. Still, if you remember how the plants were doing in the last video, you'll probably notice they've been struggling a bit. It seems the compost we used wasn't as rich as we'd hoped, possibly because the organic material hadn't fully broken down into a nutrient-rich soil. So since then we've been giving the plants a little boost with some basic nutrients like nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium to help them grow rather than just exist.
Papa! Love you! Bye-bye! Putting it underneath the fence, like 20 to 30 centimeters on the other side as well, to stop any growth from growing on here. So to make it easy to maintain, because it's hard to maintain fences underneath. This is all solid. Okay, this is connected. Let's try it out. So when I press the starter button, it will start the engine. The hour meter is working, everything is giving light, so that's perfect. Next up, so I made a little dash here, start button, stop, little rev counter and an hour meter. What I still need apparently is a light to go in between here. This will tell me when the alternator is working or not working, and apparently you need it to excite the alternator into working. I bought this little reamer from Bosch. Very sharp, very good. And this fits in perfectly. Ah, happy, happy, happy. It's the small things that make me happy. Perfect. the only thing I need to connect is the signal wire or the warning light wire for the alternator here and up there, and then I should be done with the electrics as well. Okay, I'm gonna fire it up and see if I get something from the alternator. So normally I shouldn't have anything if that exciter light thing is right, so let's start it up and check it out. Neutral. I don't know if you remember, but there used to be nothing up here. So the key was over there. To stop the engine was somewhere floating in there. Hour meter missing. There was nothing left up here anymore. So hopefully when all works there will be a nice upgrade. I'm already able to start it from here and stop it from here. So the hour meter works. So the only thing that still needs to work is the rev counter and hopefully this alternator light. Okay, now connected on the alternator. Okay, this is the signal wire done. So now, technically, this should light up if I just put the battery key on. And when I start the engine, the light should go off because the alternator is charging. Well, this is already correct. As you can see, it is burning or lighting up, so this is correct. And then if we would be doing this, it dims, so let's get that open. So I think it is working, because you saw it almost going out, but it only charges, which is kind of normal I think when I give it more revs. So I think I did this right. And I measured it one time. Problem is I cannot give it, I cannot rev it and check the battery if it's charging. But I saw it going a little bit less, and I measured 13 volts at the battery instead of 12, so it was going up. So I think it is charging. I will need to check a second time, but what I did is right, I think. Okay, I bought some better engine oil. It's actually suited for old engines. And the first engine oil that I put on is really cheap engine oil. That's the one that I used when I was running it, and it was leaking everywhere. So that's why I decided not to put the expensive one on. And the first time we ran it, I decided to also put that one on to give it a flush. And now I'll put on the expensive one and hopefully run it for a year and see if it goes smooth, and keep on using this one. If I don't have any leaks, then I don't mind. formula. Gray oil means condensation or water got inside, which is perfectly possible seeing that I had rust on the dipstick and that it was without oil maybe for a month. So and it was outside at a certain moment, so there could have been condensation forming inside with a different difference of temperature. Next up, tipping lever, attached it here, this goes in here, but then where it attaches to, it is now a little bit too long, so I'm gonna cut it in half and weld it right next to it. Okay. Okay, this won't move. Tipping lever is on and it's pushing the valve. If it will work, I don't know, but it is doing something. Oil is on, oil filter is on again. So I can start it up, see if this works. Okay. Off. The steering is hydraulic, that works 100%. The tipping works, that's hydraulic as well. Then that's 100%. Electrics are working, that's 100%. I don't need to do anything more to it, I think. So the only thing that remains is the pump spill timing and yeah, trying to adjust it so it runs properly, because now it's not running that properly. Ja, dat kan ik niet doen. het start niet zo goed.
Niet batterij op, papa. Niet batterij op. Papa, koekje geven. Dag.
Van wie krijg ik dat koekje?
Papa.
Heeft mama dat geven aan jou?
Ja.
Wat zeg je dan?
Dank u.
Dank u wel. Dank u wel.
Papa, nog een koekje. Dag, nog een
Ja,
koekje.
lekker hè? Lekker koekje?
Ja. Doe nu op dit.
Hier hoor, kijk. Kijk. Pak maar, hier, pak maar een steeltje. Ja, en dan kan je ze opeten. Ja, eet maar op. Oh, ze zijn zuur hè. Hup. Hier gaan.
Ik kan. Hoe dit dan?
Pak het ook eentje. Kijk, Haan gaat komen pakken. Hop.
Hoe dit ook?
Hier, kom. Ja, hop, hop.
Ik kan. Nee, ik kan niet lekker.
Ja.
Niet zo.
Hop. Even wachten, blijven zitten. Blijven zitten, zo. Hey, toont aan de bruine kip. Oké. This might not be a bad idea to, in the future, keep the bolts, but also maybe put a hinge on here. So I undo the bolts or two, and it hinges like this. And then I can work on it. Okay, that's it. I just wanted to open this because these two are the injectors, and one of them is bad, I think. So I'm still waiting on the parts, but this is the preparation that I can do, and hopefully today it will be there so I can repair the injector, and hopefully that's it. Then it just works, because when it runs we don't hear any nasty sounds. So it runs, and I've driven it up once to our house already. Just when I redid the injector, it was doing fine. I drove it up, drove it back down, put everything on, started it up again, and it was again on running on one cylinder. So it can almost only be the injector. This one keeps dripping fuel, so if I'm not mistaken it shouldn't do that. It should open and stop. So I'm gonna change the nozzle on this one, and I might as well change it on the other one.
Agnières-sur-Seine, vous y serez après-demain, vous serez à Saint-Just-en-Chaussée, à Maubeuge, à Paris le 28 juin, à Chalon-sur-Saône, à Lons-le-Saunier, le 8 juillet à Martigues. Anne-Fleur-Hervé, quel cri du cœur vous pouvez lancer autour de ce festival Partir en livre qui se décline avec ses éléments?
Moi, en fait, ce que je trouve, et c'est la philosophie de ce festival, c'est en fait, c'est au lieu de faire venir les enfants au livre, c'est de dire...
Okay, so new nozzle on, so I'll probably have to remeasure it. Oh, my God, what a difference. Yeah. Okay, this is good. That spray is what it should be. And did you hear the noise when it goes open? Oh, yeah, I think I know what was wrong, or at least a part of it. The nozzles are completely worn. Okay, this is perfect. Okay. I don't know if it will be the final solution, but it is a solution. The spray is now what you need, the sound is what I need, and I can put them on the correct pressure and it's not leaking anymore. So you guys are my witness. You probably can see the pressure, you can see it's not leaking anymore, you can see it's a lot better spray, and you can hear the sound as well. So when I do these two and I put them back, I'm not crazy that they're working. Now I know what an injector should look like. It's a mist. It's really fine mist. Okay, so the injectors are fine now. 100%. They're like brand new. Open at correct pressure. Ah, c'est quoi ça maintenant? Mais le câble ici, je sais pas qu'est-ce qu'il a. Okay, Mr. Dumper. I changed the injectors. Well, not changed them, I renewed them. I put new nozzles on them. Worked perfectly. Got the engine running. The engine ran actually pretty good. A lot better. And then the starter decided to pack up. I ordered another starter from the Netherlands. Took a week to get here. I think I lost 2 weeks with it. I put it on, made a modification to the chassis because it's you can't get the old one. Made a modification to the chassis, put it on, and it wouldn't work. I had another look, and I found a starter that I can use, but they have to build it, and it's 600 to 700 euros, I think. Not too happy about it, and I'm losing a lot of time, and now is the time to dig, like I said. So I'm gonna have a think what I'm gonna do. Either I'm gonna rent one for now or buy another one, I think, so I can start working. Because this one, it's this and that and this and that, and I just need to start working. Decisions, and we don't have a money tree, so we'll see. It's sad because it's one thing after another, and I always fix it, and we're almost there, and then the starter decides to pack up, and that's just the thing that's really hard to get apparently. I'll keep you updated next week.